Hey Bulldogs, I'm Jordan Chaffee, and welcome back to the February edition of Code Blue News. While the cold temperatures start to dwindle, February also marks the end of the regular season for high school basketball. Both the boys and the girls varsity teams made the playoffs, and like the winter, basketball playoffs can be pretty unforgiving. The girls received a tough loss against the Collegiate Charter Wolves. This was the girls' first playoff appearance in many seasons, and the girls were led by star sophomore point guard Ashaya Dingle. Reporter Chuck Lou Rossi dives deep into the team's dynamics and Ashaya's role on the team.
Their two-possession game. The Bulldogs are going to have to get a 2-for-1. They have to go quick here.
Ashaya Dingle makes one miss, weaves it out. Set screen by Burnett. Dingle for three. Banks it in! Banks it in!
Oh my God.
My goodness! Sophomore varsity point guard Ashaya Dingle began her basketball journey at Division I Brockton High School, where she saw minutes on the floor as a freshman.
I didn't have as much confidence going in there because it was such a high level and I was only a freshman at the time. But coming in here, I had nobody I knew. I had to go do my own thing out there.
As Ashaya began to do her own thing on the floor, she had to make the jump from the back seat as a freshman to the driver's seat as a sophomore.
I feel like she's been learning a lot because she's usually used to supporting the team, but now she's kind of leading the team. So she has to sit back and just think about how the whole game works at a different perspective now, because she's kind of like our role model, our leader. She needs to bring everyone up with her.
I think with her play on the floor, because she is super talkative when we're in timeouts, so when she explains everything, it's kind of like you don't really need to know what she needs to say because you know what she's going to do. Yes, she gets most of the points, but she doesn't try to. It just happens. Like, she always passes to me. I get nervous personally, so I just pass back because I know she's a good shooter. I know she can get the buckets.
Stepping into the role of being a leader on the floor doesn't come easy. As Ashaya transferred after her freshman season, the following year, two other familiar faces came with her as well.
Ironically, I had Ashaya at Brockton High in my classroom. She invited me to her senior night there for her varsity game as a freshman there. She got moved to Holbrook. I transferred to Holbrook, so it's been a fun ride.
I transferred from Brockton like Ashaya did. And it's actually pretty cool because I knew Ashaya before because our family friends, and we actually versed in middle school and elementary school. It's so cool to how easily it was to bond.
I feel like I got closer to a lot of my teammates like Michaela because we are in the same class. We didn't talk at all, but now we're way more talkative than we used to be.
With this brand new squad, the sky is the limit as the regular season is coming to a close and the playoffs are just around the corner. For Code Blue Now, I'm Chuck Luarasi. Back to you at the desk.
After a long season, the Bulldogs fought hard, and Ashaya is no exception. Basketball season won't go without some sadness, though, especially from the fans, to ear moms yelling at referees, to kids just looking to have a good time. Fans can come in all shapes and sizes. But when talking about anything Holbrook related, you can't miss out on the number one fan. But he might look a little different than you might think. While he's no Bulldog, Blue, the community resource dog, is always looking to help the students around the school.
The diversity at HMHS is unmatched. Students with ethnicities from all over the world can come together at one school. But there's just one member of our community that's different from the rest. Blue the dog.
Everyone loves Blue. I think he's a fan favorite. When I'm going through the schools, they ask where Blue is all the time.
Blue is a 2.5-year-old English cream golden retriever community resource dog. Officer Glover received Blue through a grant through the Norfolk County's DA office.
Blue can meet with kids who are in crisis, help them out. We do visits in classrooms, a lot in the JFK side. So it helps us be more active in the schools.
So I think dogs in general are just really good therapy for a lot of people because, they're always there for you, they're always loving, they're kind of just like an automatic positive factor into the environment.
Blue not only connects officers to students, but is also a great comfort to the students as well.
Whenever someone's having a bad day and they can't focus, Blue always makes them have a smile on their face so then they can have a better day.
He makes our school better by visiting classrooms and giving kids a break just to pet him.
If you're upset, he'll find you out in a room. So I can go bring him into a room with people. If someone's upset, he actually will be able to find that person and walk over to them.
Having a therapy dog in school is great because it's just an extra way for kids to kind of have an outlet for their feelings.
Blue is a great addition to the school. And if you see Officer Glover in the hallway in the upcoming weeks, be sure to ask him for a blue card. For Code Blue News, this has been Madison Burnett reporting.
There's no rule that says a dog can't lend a helping hand. Although the school isn't the only place that needs help, it would take a lot more than a dog to fix this problem. The MBTA has been facing countless delays as of recently, and this has left riders incredibly frustrated.
Another day, another delay. It's no secret that the Massachusetts public transit system has been plagued with delays, repair issues, and being underfunded for years. Today, these delays are causing major roadblocks for thousands of people who rely on it every day.
The longest delay I've experienced on the Red Line was probably, I think, about 30 to 40 minutes for me, yeah.
It would probably be 15, and that was probably last week when I was working, and I was like dumbly late for work. I didn't really care, but it honestly pissed me off because then when I went to work, my manager was just on me. I was just like, all right, it's literally not my fault.
Longest wait time I experienced is 45 minutes, I felt like, for a train.
There are constant updates about delays on the MBTA app and Twitter, but things still haven't seemed to get better.
I've been delayed at least like 15 times, I must say. I guess like the worst they made me do is probably like miss class because there's nothing I can do about that if the train's late.
Yeah, I mean, there's been times where I've had to cancel some things just because I was going to be too late because of delays.
Hopefully MBTA can rebound from its issues. From Code Blue Now, I'm Anthony Civis reporting.
Unfortunately, even with all its imperfections, it's hard to imagine a Boston without the T, especially when it's used to get to all the cool spots to eat around. And there's no shortage of that in Holbrook. While on the scene, Amy took us behind the counter of P-Bon, a newly opened restaurant in Holbrook with a variety of different Haitian and Caribbean dishes.
Opening its doors in November of 2023, the Paboa restaurant seems to be the new kid on the block.
That's our first physical location, but we started making food from home in Wendorf.
But we all had to start somewhere, and for Michaela Julian, she was inspired by someone truly special.
Well, everything kind of started off with my mom. She moved to the US, she started making it, and we kind of like went viral on TikTok, and then my husband and I decided to invest in it. That's how we ended up with P-More. So our food is basically like a lot of rice and beans, plantain, Haitian patties, spaghetti, Haitian spaghetti.
Aside from exposing Holbrook to her Haitian roots, she also has other contributions to give back to the town.
Our goal, me and my husband's goal, is to spread the Haitian culture, spread the Haitian cuisine, because there's still some people who doesn't really know Haitian food. So our goal is to spread it to people who doesn't know about our food, our culture.
After having opened their first location in Holbrook, the community's reception was beyond the owner's expectations.
It was crazy. We wasn't even expecting that much people to turn out. It was overwhelming for sure, but at the end it was rewarding. So not only are we bringing our food or culture here, we're also providing jobs for people in this area. The customers are amazing. Although we are the only Haitian restaurant here, but everyone makes us feel welcome. So we appreciate that. It doesn't always have to be the food that you cook at home. It's always good to venture out to other cuisine and have a different taste.
In a town primarily with pizza and fast food places, Paboa is here to spice things up with the flavors of Haiti. For Code Blue Now, I'm Amy Yip, reporting.
Wow, looking at food like that can make anyone's mouth water. But in the meantime, this wraps up the February edition of Code Blue News. This has been Jordan Chaffee, and see you next month.